The donut, one of America's favorite pastries. While archaeologists have found what they believe to be ancient remnants of donuts with the Native Americans, the first donuts that we have record of came from Holland, and at the time were referred to as oily cakes. However, these pastries differed from donuts in the fact that at the time they had no holes. The legend goes that Captain Hanson Gregory was attempting to steer his ship while holding one of his mother's oily cakes. Unable to do both, he slammed the pastry onto one of the spokes of his wheel, and the hole in the donut and shape that we know and love today was born. As the popularity of donuts skyrocketed in America, Krispy Kreme, above the rest, has developed a manufacturing process that allows them to consistently make one of the best donuts in the country. Krispy Kreme had humble beginnings in 1937 in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, where Vernon Rudolph began selling his donuts to local stores and then directly to the customer. At the time, the process was primarily manual. As Krispy Kremes began to grow in popularity throughout the southeast United States, the need for a more automated process arose. And here was the answer: a machine they called the Ring King Jr. This machine was manufactured in the same factories where they made the dough, and then sent out to their local stores so they could make the donuts. As time has passed, the process has changed and grown in order to produce a much higher quantity. The dough is mass-produced in a factory and then shipped to the individual stores where it is pumped out into identical donut shapes. These pre-shaped donuts then spend several hours on this elaborate set of chained trays where they are allowed to rise before they make it to the fryer. Once the dough has risen as desired, the donuts slide down into a hot bath of oil where they begin to cook on one side. As they move along, one side will finish. As they reach the halfway point, they are flipped, then fried to that golden brown perfection. Glazing. Probably the most appetizing part of the process. Each of these freshly fried donuts now passes under a thin waterfall of glaze where they are completely coated. Once coated, they proceed along their track where they are allowed to dry. While original glazed is the main staple of Krispy Kreme, of course it is not the only option. Many of these donuts are then taken and dipped in different toppings and sprinkled with other varieties to give the customer their individual choice. Now that the donuts are made, there's only one thing left to do. Go get some for yourself. There are well over 300 stores in over 40 states and 10 foreign countries. With each store having their own ability to produce donuts, each individual store is able to produce several thousand donuts per day. And since they're such a delicious treat, we decided we would share some with you today. Thank you for watching.